Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the 213th episode of Twisted Strands. And my name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD, which is my name everywhere on various media platforms. And first off, thank you for your patience, for not complaining about my not podcasting over the past month. It's been a rough time between trying to find employment and battling anxiety and a bunch of hiccups on the road to, finding my new path. Not that I've found it yet, but yeah. So anyway, thank you for your patience and thank you for sticking around. Anyway, yeah, I'll tell you about the latest drama. It involves Cleo. If you don't follow me on media, you'll know that she was lost and stuff, but she's back home. So anyway, on to the fun stuff. We're going to do purchases. I made some purchases. I finished a bunch of things. I'm in the midst of picking some new projects and picking some old works in progress, some hibernating stuff that I've pulled out to work on. So that's what we're gonna do today. And we also have, of course, a drawing. Now I think I'll just get the drawing out of the way, because I made you wait long enough that you started up the contest again because I was dragging my heels. So we're going to use the random number generator, and we're going to pick somebody who posted in the thread for the lovely rainstorm bag. And let me just get the screen up so I can see myself and show it to you. It's one of our beautiful purse packs. It's a fine hand-sewn bag, perfect for carrying with you, not only because it's small and well made, but also because this strap is doubled and you can change it up. I kind of forgot how to change it up, but you can have it hanging by your wrist, you can attach it to your belt. There's all ways you can do it. These open up both sides. You can put it in here or not. It's a wonderful little invention from Christine of Rainstorm Studios. I have a few of her bags. They are tops. Then again, everybody's bags are tops, but she's very inventive and clever with her bags. So, let's get down to it, shall we? Let's pick somebody already. Thank you for everybody who did participate in the thread. Now, between 2 and 18, what does the number generator give me? Looks like post number 11 is our winner. And that is Sandarati. And she is fully qualified to win. She's a member of the group posted. So I'm going to send her a message as I continue talking to you. So anyway, yeah, this month has been a little bit odd. I'm trying my best to be positive and hardworking, but sometimes I just fall flat on my face. I'm writing her to let her know she won. Won the bag. My contest. Sorry, kids. You don't mind while I do this, right? Your address, so I can mail it to you. I kind of wish everybody could win, but I don't have that much stuff. And I'm not earning an income, except for unemployment, and that's not much to send out stuff. I can mail to you. Thanks for playing. I can I can type, really, I can. There we go. That order of business is done. So we can turn that off. And now, whew, I went to a tent sale in one of my favorite places, the Knitter's Edge. And for that, where did I put all my purchases? Oh, here it is. Here's my purchases. I bought yarn for specific projects. Boo. Where's the camera? I can never tell unless I've got it right in my face. Now I bought some Sirdar Beachcomber yarn. And it's this really pretty blue and gray and white. And what I'm planning on doing that is a beachy top. And it's all cotton. So that's just going to be a t-shirt for me once I knit it. And I bought 8 of those, which is plenty. This is Barocco Weekend. Yes, Barocco Weekend. This is going to be a really pretty cockleshell bag. I found the pattern in an older issue of Simply Knitting. So I'm going to make that. And I saw that everybody is making these really cute Rose City Rollers socks. So I figured I'd do that too. But I wanted to make something that was colorful, of course, and good for the summer. So I bought plenty of this Kobasi by Hiku. So I bought those too. Because it's only 200 some odd yards. Yeah, 220 yards per skein, so I bought 2 just to cover all my bases in case I run over. So you can definitely see, as you look into the bag, there's definitely a color scheme going on here. And I thought I had purchased the pamphlet for the t-shirt that I want to make. There was a specific pattern in this pamphlet that I had purchased from Knitter's Edge before, but I can't find it for the life of me, and I'm still extremely disorganized. So much clutter in my life, but I'm working on it. And so, you know, I said, screw it. I'm gonna just buy another copy of the packet. Who knows, maybe it was a dream that I bought the pattern. So that's what I did. I bought it from Annie's Attic, and hopefully they'll ship it out to me before fall, and I'll start on it. And I do plan on starting that cute, it's the cockleshell bag, and it's, you can find it in my queue. It's on Ravelry. It's really cute. It's a lacy pattern, so hopefully that'll be a really nice bag. I don't know why I want to make yet another market bag. I think they're really cool and fun to knit or crochet, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I have had the spinning bug big time this summer. I don't know why. Once I put I have both spinning wheels in the den now, and they sort of fit. Sort of, mostly. And it's cool there because I have no problems just leaving stuff out there as long as it's not terribly cluttered. But anyway, so I've been spinning. I have the air conditioner on in the den. I have a TV to listen to, or even have a CD player. Yeah, I'm old school. It even has a tape deck, so what? You all already know I'm old, right? So anyway, spinning has been accomplished. I've done 2 skeins, finished 2 skeins since I spoke to you, and I'm really happy with both. Now this is Super Rosh Merino from What the Flock, and he and I think he and his partner Lovely young lady. I met them in Pennsylvania, and super keen, very bright, beautiful colors, very smashing. And I spun this up, and I was aiming for bulky. I got chunky, so I feel sort of accomplished. It's very soft, very bright, and very attractive to me. I love it. I have, of course, forgotten how long this was, but I have a feeling it's not a lot of yardage because I spun it bulky, but I love how it turned out. So anyway, there you go. Really happy with that experiment. Now this, I don't know why I'm not keeping the damn tags with me a little better. I have all these grand plans of being organized, and they all go to shit, so all apologies. But it'll happen eventually. This is Autumn Garden by a dyer in New Jersey, and the camera's doing a really green... Bloody hell. Anyway, really sorry about that. It seems that once you're unemployed and you put your resume on Monster.com, all these fucking insurance companies decide they need to get you in for training for a sales job, which is not what I want at all. And I think it's very rude that they won't shut up and leave me alone. If they want me to be a file clerk or a receptionist, fantastic, but they don't. They want business developers, which I am not. Rant over. Sorry. Anyway, this is way more orange than it looks. It's called Autumn Garden, and it is Suffolk wool. It is not super wash, so it's a little bit rustic here. But I really enjoyed spinning with it. It's beautifully colored. I'm glad it's not muddy and gross looking. I still have so much to learn about consistency and twist and stuff like that. I've heard that people like it when you use leftovers to tie your yarns together, so that's what I've been doing. I always end up with extra on one of the bobbins as I ply the yarn together, and that's what I've been doing. I Navajo ply it, or I use the singles to tie it up into bundles. And that's my spinning. I am spinning some SSK, I believe. It's either SSK colorway. I'll get and keep the information for you next time, but there is something else. Wow, my hair just exploded right there. Woo! Anyway. Now that you've seen all the new yarn in my life, let me show you the new finished objects that I've got. Is this record? Yes, it's recording. Anyway, this is the Barley hat. I think it's by Tin Can Knits. Let me see. I want to make sure I get that right. Barley by... Yes, it's a Tin Can Knits pattern, and it's really cute. I put a pom-pom on it because why not? I decided, and I'm totally created my own version of it when where's the missing bit? Yeah, there's a missing bit of garter stitch. I misunderstood the directions, so I messed it up a bit. It's a charity hat. I hope this is small enough for a baby. Anyway, it's a charity hat. It's going to get washed and then mailed off with more hats that I plan on making to Emily's Hats for Hope. They're having their Click for Babies. It's running until September 1st, but it's not limited to that. And what they're asking is that people do purple hats for babies. Not preemies, but babies. So, not having very many babies in my life except for my friends, I just kind of follow the directions and hope for the best. I'm sure I'm not the only person that does that. And more charity creating. This is weaving. Now, I've always wanted a wider loom so that I can make real fabric. So I asked my dad very nicely if I could have my Christmas present a little early, and he very kindly purchased an Ashford rigid heddle loom that has got about 31 inches of weaving space. Isn't that exciting? I know. I love it. It's huge. And I made this shawl, and that is my first attempt at what is called a Brooks bouquet, where you wrap some of the warp ends and it makes a very nice gathered effect. I really love how it looks. I don't know how it's gonna work when it's washed, and for this I was gonna twist the fringe, but then I realized I cut it too short, so I braided it instead, and that's what I did. This is a vintage yarn that I'm using as warp. It's Pioneer hand knitting, and unfortunately Ravelry doesn't have it in its database, but it's this really cool dye lot free, very soft and strong and attractive acrylic, so pity it's not made anymore. And the green part is tweed stripes. Now, my original thought was to have the yarn stripe, but it really didn't. But I still think it's a very attractive piece. It needs to go in the wash now. I like to wash things before I send them to the recipients or to the organization. Oh, you can sort of see the color change. But anyway, I'm very happy with how this came out. There were some issues with how I warped it, cause noob with the big loom. But, oh, that's a pretty shot right there. So you can see the color change. So I think my next unique touch with the prayer shawls is going to be, I think I'll do a houndstooth or something. We'll see. I always end up needing more warp thread than I originally thought, so hopefully I'll learn that lesson. This did come out shorter than I thought it would be, but it still goes around my shoulders, and since I'm a bit bigger than some people, I think it'll be a good addition to my church's prayer shawl ministry. So that's what that is. Let's get on to works in progress. Now, like I was saying, I've been pulling out some of my really old whips. Oops. Seriously, is that what happened? Alright. This is woodland lace that I'm working on. This is a crocheted piece. So I've finally started the second row of, oh, let's see where it comes from. Yep, that's where it is. Yep, that's where it is. That's where I ended up. So that's one thing that I'm working on. This is with just DMC thread, and what it's gonna look like is yes, South Made. It's gonna look, it's this one on the cover, and it's really pretty, and it's not that difficult, but unfortunately, once again, I let it slide for about a week and a half, so God knows if I'll be able to pick it up again with confidence. Then I also picked up, again, lacy petals. So, I finally put it on a larger needle so that I can, but I still can't show it to you because it's in progress. But I'm getting to the outside edge. Isn't that pretty? I have such a thing for lace. I love lace. So sorry about not having the designers of these beautiful things written down, but I can always look it up in the notes where everything is. And this is another prayer shawl that I'm doing, and there goes the needle. This is another Lion brand tweed stripes. So it is a little over 40 inches long, and it's a very quick, very fun pattern. It is a peaceful shawl by Fiberflux / Jennifer Dickerson. Yes, Jennifer Dickerson. And this is the other one for the Prayer Shawl Ministry. And I basically have this pattern memorized, so I'm just bringing around a small notepad, and it goes in my big old bag that Palette PC gave me so many years ago. It's got my monsters that I love. So those are the whips. I have a blanket square that I'm going to knit, and that's going to be very lacy, looking for my, there we go, my button, so I can see that I am indeed in frame here. This episode, by the way, brought to you by iced coffee that is quickly melting. So those are my works in progress. There will be more baby hats and a blanket square and a prayer shawl or two in the future, plus spinning. And I have been working on my cross stitch. I didn't bring it up here with me. Right now I finished the Halloween one that I'm working on. I finished the pumpkin and the ghost and part of the border, very small part of the border, and I started filling in with the black. So it's very tedious. I kind of wish I just picked up a black canvas for it, like a little black Ida cloth. But oh well. Crap happens, right? Anyway, that's what I've been working on. So anyway, what else? Let's go on to stuff and junk, shall we? Because a lot of stuff and junk has happened. Alright, so job hunt is still going on, as you can tell from the crazy person on the phone that I probably cut out. And what I'm doing, I'm using the internet mostly, and I need to start networking. So there's networking groups that I need to start working on, and yeah, that's about it. It's just moving along. I've got, Dad and I are doing a family vacation in Cape May in the beginning of August, which I'm really looking forward to because I love Cape May so much. And they have a yarn store and they have a needlework store, which I've never been into because the hours are a little bit weird, but I really want to go there. So that'll be exciting. And what else? Oh, I had a really terrible experience trying to do temp work. I ended up having an anxiety attack at the place and lasted barely a day there. So that was disastrous. I don't think I'll be getting called again by those people, sadly. Oh well. Sometimes you just can't do something. Anyway, So after that failure, I had a nice interview, but then that didn't pan out into anything. I've got another interview tomorrow. I'm applying for jobs online. I know I mentioned that already. And just trying to do things that I need to do with my time while I have it. Preparing to go back to the workforce as soon as I can and as well as I can. There's a county fair that Dad and I are going to tomorrow, and that's nice. Hopefully it won't be too horribly hot. You know, just trying to get my shit together. And unfortunately, this past Saturday, Cleo decided to throw me a huge upsetting loop. Overnight, she had been trying, on Saturday, she had been trying to sit at the window that's in the dining room that was open. I mean, you need air to flow through the house during the good weather, right? So you leave a window open. Well, some of our screens are not very secure. You know, you shouldn't push against them because, for some reason, storm windows and screen windows need to be different now. Who the hell knows? I think it's dumb as hell. But anyway, these things, you don't open them like up and down, you push them out. God knows why. But anyway, unfortunately, she pushed that window, and the force of her little 13-pound body was too much. She got out of the house, and she was lost for about 2 days? Less than 2 days. A little less than 48 hours outside the house. Sunday night, we caught sight of her, and she kept crying and crying, and well, of course, I don't like to hear her cry. I don't even like hearing a stray cat cry. So I was pretty upset hearing her cry and not being able to find her. And then that was all day Sunday. Or was it all day Monday? Anyway, Monday I went out during the day, but cats are not active during the day. Which I already know. Duh. But this is the good part of the story. I was able to walk the neighborhood. I managed to make contact with the little brat, and I found her finally. And she was in our neighbor's backyard, so yes, I was trespassing, and that was wrong, but my neighbors are very cool people. Well, most of them. So they didn't interfere with me, and I caught her, and I had treats in my hand, and she had obviously not eaten or something, because she just went quiet, and she was like, and so I started shaking the treats out in front of her, and I was pushing through the, of course, prickle bushes that were there. Couldn't have been nice plain plants. No, prickle bushes and poison ivy that she walked through. This wasn't poison ivy, thank goodness, because I've got a lot of poison ivy. I do stuff outside in the house, and I get overloaded with poison ivy. It's hateful. Mother Nature hates me, I think. But regardless. Anyway, so I've got the treats, and I'm like, alright, get the cat. And I grabbed the nape of her neck, and then I pushed her up, and I had this huge flashlight in my hand, a bag of open treats, and this squirming, howling cat in my hand, and I had to walk around half the block with her, and where's the scratch? Yeah, I got scratched there too. Of course. So I got her, and I brought her back home. I was so happy, but she was covered in dirt. So I gave her a bath, and of course our sink was stopped up. Monday was kind of bad, yo. I'm not gonna lie, I was not happy about Monday. But, you know, eventually she was clean, and slowly drying off and eating and happy and purring like a crazy cat. So she's home. She seems to be healthy and fine. I haven't seen too much dirt come off of her again, but we'll see. She seems fine, so I'm happy with that. And that was the drama of this week. You know, it's always something, right? It's either that my energy levels are low, or I'm anxious and don't want to talk to anybody, or whatever. Tons of stupid excuses and reasons. Sometimes I didn't want to record the podcast because I wanted to knit instead. So anyway, I've been a joy to live with, I swear. Anyway, hopefully I will be back to making this a weekly freaking podcast. Thank you to the recent subscribers that actually subscribe to my show. I appreciate it. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching me today. If you're curious about this really pretty lipstick, it's the Katy Cat Matte by CoverGirl, and it smells good, and I like it, so I recommend it. Wow, it's blurry. Why are you blurry? Urgh. Anyway, boo. That's it for now. Next week I'll be back with a review of the latest knit scene and with more yarn, spun yarn. Let's cut down on the stash. And by the way, I am going to be destashing some yarns. I've got 2 full grocery bags of yarns that I think would be much better in your home or somebody else's home. So I'm going to be putting up a thread and destashing stuff, because yeah. I need less stuff in my life, you know? Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. And let me give you my favorite parting thought. Whenever you're making crafts, from the simple toilet paper roll owl to the most sublime heirloom shawl, you're making the world a more beautiful place. And for that, I thank you. Thank you for letting me catch up with you. I will talk to you early next week, alright? Have a lovely weekend, and stitch on.